What is up, investors? Jason here. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 4 cryptocurrencies in particular. We're going to be talking about Cardano, Solana, Polkadot, and Avalanche. These 4 different cryptocurrencies that have smart contract capabilities, and there's a lot to really pay attention to with these 4. Now, I'm making this video on a day when there is a good amount of green over in the crypto, in the entire crypto market, and we're seeing the crypto fear and greed index currently sitting in fear after we were seeing it in extreme fear these past few days. So as we get to it, if you guys don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or just gently press that like button. Helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Spreads videos to more people that find it interesting, and subscribe if you have not already. Now let's get to it. Now currently at this moment, we're seeing Bitcoin try to hold $50,000, which is a big deal. So if we can get Bitcoin back on track, that's going to really help out the entire crypto market in general. But we are seeing a lot of this green, like I was saying. Now let's take a look over at Cardano, which is down significantly from where it was at its highest at the beginning of September. But there's a lot to really pay attention to with Cardano, because a lot of that was this hype that was driving it was the whole Alonzo update, the Alonzo hard fork, which allowed Cardano to have these smart contract capabilities, and then all the things that we found out about Cardano after that. So all this decline in this price, there's more to it than just Cardano going down. I mean, keep in mind, we've seen the entire crypto market take a big hit. We've seen Bitcoin go from, close to $70,000 dropping down to now $50,000. So don't just judge Cardano for what's been happening over time. A lot of these recent declines are just because the market in general has been dropping, but there's a lot of great things that are coming out with Cardano, and the things that we need to be paying attention to is this price in general right here, how we are below the price of $1.40, and the big number that we really need to accomplish and get back on track is the $1.50 price, because just looking at it here, we can see how much resistance that ADA had at 150, and when it is able to break through that, we can see it go up and have some big gains. But if it can't hold the next resistance points that it does get to, then that's when we start seeing it have these big declines. And just like we saw it again back in July into August, we saw it break to that 150 again, and then it went on this massive rally that it had, where it had gotten to its all-time high above $3 in September, but then it got very bearish with Cardano after that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't start seeing things go back on track, because we got all those things that had helped drive the price of ADA during that time. We got a lot of those things already. We got the Alonzo hard fork that came out, which released the smart contract capabilities on Cardano, and then we found out about a lot of the projects that were coming out. Now we're starting to get those projects, and they're starting to be used, and they're working as they're going through their test nets, and there's been a lot of great developments now with Cardano and a lot of things to look forward to. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a rally happen here soon, but that's just kind of the way that the crypto market is going at this moment. It is a bit bearish. There is a lot of fear, but I think as we do start seeing a turn and we start seeing more greed within the crypto market, I think that's when we'll start seeing a lot more potential with ADA going up at that time. All right, now we're looking over at Solana, and Solana currently is at 173, 174, around there. The big thing with Solana is that this 170 price is a very serious resistance / support that it needs to hold and overcome. So looking at the past history here, when it is able to go break through 170, that's when we can always see it go on these gains here, like we've seen in the past. Goes through 170, and that's how we can see it continue its rallies. So 170 is just a very crucial price for Solana. It needs to stay above that. If it is to fall below 170, then it's going to get a lot more bearish, and that's what we don't want to see. We want to see it be able to hold 170 and be able to continue gaining from there. That's the best case scenario for Solana, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's not going to happen. I think that if we are seeing Bitcoin start to move now, that's going to be really good for Solana. Now, there was also some really good news that recently came out about Opera and Solana announcing a partnership to support dApps and wallets in the browser. So this is some big news that recently came out. So the Opera team said on Twitter that the integration was expected to be ready by Q1 2022. By then, users should be able to enjoy all the benefits of the blockchain in desktop and mobile browsers without any restrictions. Now, at the moment, we haven't seen any of that news show any sort of positive movement in the price of Solana, but hopefully as we do start to see that partnership actually start to take place in 2022, I think maybe by that time we'll start seeing the price of Solana really start making some good moves from there. So good news to look forward to in the future with Solana, and great news in my opinion to see that happening. Now let's take this over to Polkadot. Now Polkadot currently is trading a little bit under $30 at this moment, and $30 is a price that is very key for Polkadot. Looking at where it was back in August and September, breaking through that $30 price is a very serious resistance point that it needs to accomplish. Seeing how it can get more bearish if it drops below it. If it overcomes $30, that's when we can see the little bit of a rally that it can pull off, and then hopefully potential a really big rally like we had seen through the whole month of October on into November. So this price here, $30, is where it needs to overcome and break through. Right now it's doing a good job at holding close to that, but breaking above that is going to be the key price that it needs to get over, and hopefully we can see it go back on a rally. I really think that there's a lot of great things to come with Polkadot, especially with the parachain auctions and everything that is currently going on with it at this moment. Now, out of the different cryptocurrencies that we are talking about in this video, Polkadot is the one with the best daily gain. And as far as some recent news with Polkadot, the decentralized lending borrower protocol Parallel Finance has become the winner of the 4th Polkadot parachain slot auction. In total, more than 30,000 contributors locked their Polkadot holding in favor of Parallel Finance's bid. A total of 10,750,000 DOT tokens, or $306 million worth at current prices, were locked to support Parallel Finance. It is the 3rd largest among of DOT contributors in the entire history of Polkadot's ecosystem. All right, now for Avalanche AVAX. Now, currently Avalanche is priced at $88, and it's holding really nicely at this support of $80. That's a key support right there that we needed to hold on to. But if we look at where it was at just 3 weeks ago, where it had reached an all-time high of around $150, it's dropped significantly in these last 3 weeks. Now, for a while there, it was one of the few cryptocurrencies with the high market cap that was still moving upwards through the end of November. And that was during a time where we were seeing a lot of the bigger cryptocurrencies showing a lot of bearish activity. Avalanche was one that had a lot of positive momentum there, but now we're seeing this pullback within the price, and it's understandable that it would have that. But I mean, if we look at the growth that it's had, say like at the end of July, around there, we were seeing Avalanche hanging out at a price of around $10. So seeing it go from even $10 to being at $10 in July to being at $88 here in December is a pretty big deal. That's a lot of growth right there. You don't even see gains like that very often in the stock market. So it's moved really well throughout these last couple months here, these last few months. But now we're seeing a lot of pullback within the price, and that's understandable at the same time, though. I mean, you have to expect at some point there would be a really good amount of pullback within the price, and it looks like it is currently holding within this $80 support right now. It's able to hold within $80 and looks like $100 resistance. So if we are able to get above that $100, maybe then we'll be able to see it start continuing another rally like we've seen in the past. But right now it's staying within this support and resistance. These key prices here, and that $100 is going to be a price that we're going to need to get over to see Avalanche go back on a rally. But a lot of great things still to come with Avalanche. Now, these 4 cryptocurrencies that we're talking about in this video, they are some of the largest cryptocurrencies by market cap, but at the same time, their market cap doesn't really mean much in comparison to the market cap of Bitcoin, which obviously has a large majority of the entire crypto market cap. But in comparison to Ethereum, they are making some pretty good moves in that direction. And in areas where the transaction fees are very high with Ethereum are the big moving factors for these other cryptocurrencies with smart contract capabilities to really start to shine. And that's been the big driving factors for them. And with Solana being the 5th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, Cardano being the 6th, Polkadot being the 9th, and Avalanche being the 12th, they are still a big part of the entire market cap as far as the crypto market cap goes. So it's going to be interesting to watch how 2022 is going to be playing out with them. And these are ones that I'm definitely paying a lot of close attention to because there are so many things that they have to offer. And there are a lot of applications that are going the route with them, and this is just an area with a lot of development. So anyways, I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts on these 4 cryptocurrencies. Which ones are you guys more bullish on? Let me know in the comments section. With that being said, like, share, comment, subscribe. New videos coming out on the channel all the time. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.